Hi, welcome to this week's episode of RTN News. I'm Lauren Rotella.
And I'm Rachel Williamson. Let's get things started with the latest in local news.
A 14-year-old boy was struck by a car Friday afternoon while walking across Delsea Drive. According to police, around 2 p.m., the teen was struck by a 1993 Ford Mustang in the southbound lane as he was trying to either walk or run across the street. The Mustang was being driven by a 43-year-old woman from Franklin Township, who was fortunately not injured. The boy, however, was transported to Cooper Hospital for a leg injury. The accident is being investigated by the Glassboro Police Department Traffic Safety Unit. Police are asking anyone with information related to the incident to contact patrolmen of the Glassboro Police Department.
Adelphia Restaurant and Bar in Deptford Township is celebrating 28 years of business in Gloucester County. The Ballas family opened the restaurant in October of 1987, and yesterday they celebrated by offering guests 28% off their food bill all day. Adelphia has been awarded several Best of awards from around the Delaware Valley. The Ballas family also owns and operates the Philly Diner and Sports Bar in Runnymede and Kaminsky's Sports Bar and Restaurant in Cherry Hill. What is the recipe for success? Co-owners and cousins Bill and Evelyn Ballas believe that their success comes from their strong commitment to family. Now, earlier this week, RTN News reported an incident involving a tractor trailer. Let's take a look. Rachel Williamson here for the Rowan Television Network. I'm on the corner of 322 and Joseph L. Boulevard, where an 18-wheeler hit the light pole and took it out. As you can see right behind me, the police officers are directing traffic. I just spoke to one of them recently. He said that no one was injured, thankfully. The truck driver is safe. But it is very backed up over here. 322 is backed up as is, but this doesn't help the cause. So it's best to take Carpenter or to avoid it altogether by taking Delsea Drive to get here on campus. Traffic seems to be moving a little more quickly, but that light pole is going to be out for a while. So stay tuned. We'll have more on the Rowan Television Network. And now with the latest in local entertainment, here's Melissa Priori.
Halloween is officially here, and along with that comes a trick-or-treat tradition at Rowan. October 30th marks the 13th annual Haunted Student Center. Children and families are invited to the Chamberlain Student Center from 4 to 5:30. Dress in your Halloween's best while you go door to door through the decorated hallways for some good old indoor trick-or-treating. Children from kindergarten to 5th grade will also be able to play interactive games, and this year, the Anon Ballroom will be open for a Monster Mash dance party. This free event was made possible with the help of volunteers and over 70 student clubs and organizations. The community of Glassboro and surrounding areas are encouraged to celebrate the festivities while in a safe environment. And make sure you save the date for Technopalooza. The annual event on October 28th showcases the latest, greatest technologies at Rowan. From 10 to 2 in the Memorial Hall, come in and get your hands on some of the newest developments in the field while also getting a chance to talk to some experts. Training Room B will offer talks throughout the day on technology-related topics. Sessions are a half an hour long. For those of you who like a scarier Halloween experience while remaining safe, the Virtual Reality Center at the South Jersey Technology Park at Rowan University might just have the thing you're looking for. The center's current virtual reality experience is called The Rite, a 3D horror adventure. For just $8, Rowan students can experience the 30-minute adventure through 3 levels of play. The object of the game is to survive using a hand control and flashlights. Locked dungeons, jail cells, tunnels, and sewers are all the places you will venture during the game while fighting monsters and skeletons. The center will hold a Halloween event that includes apple cider cookies and time with a professional makeup artist. Let's go now to Samantha Berenberg on the field.
Rowan's very own virtual reality center in the South Jersey Technology Park puts you right inside a horror movie using 10 3D HD screens in a game called The Rite.
Starts out as basically you are a bunch of paranormal investigators, and you're looking into claims of horror and all kinds of weird spiritual slash just horrifying incidents around the town. You centered the incident to an abandoned mine that has uncovered an ancient sewer system, and it's up to your team to go in there and find out what's going on and put a stop to it.
For just $8 with a student ID, you and 2 to 3 friends can try and survive in a horror movie. Each person will be in charge of a different supply. There's a controller that allows you to move, a high and low light flashlight so your team can see where they're going, and an EMF detector so you can talk with ghosts. You encounter monsters to avoid and defeat, and you can pick up items around the game but make sure no one's following you. You can take your chances here at the Virtual Reality Center until the end of November. So I guess the only question left is, will you survive? From the Virtual Reality Center, this is Samantha Berenberg with RTN News.
See, I don't know if I'd survive. I think I'd just be whimpering in fear.
That's just not for me.
It's just a game.
Really?
It's still too real. I would psych myself.
Halloween? See, I love being scared, and we always go to like Bates Motel and like Fright Fest. I love Halloween.
See, me and my friends do too, and I don't know why I spend money on it because I'm like this the entire time.
I know, if you're spending, it gets a little pricey too.
I'm not alone. I'm not the only one.
You're not alone. Not
Yeah.
alone at all.
Good to know.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's head over to your local weather, and here is Jashani Pittman.
Thank you. Today will be mostly cloudy with a high of 60 and a low of 51. Make sure you grab your umbrellas for tomorrow, as we do expect to see some rain in Glassboro area with a high of 68 and a low of 62. Make sure you have a jacket with you this Halloween weekend, as the weather is sure to give you a scare. Starting with Friday at a high of 59 and a low 36, leading into Halloween Day with a high of 58 and a low 46. I can't believe it's going to be so cold this Halloween.
I know. I can't believe
Not
that's
too
already
bad. I
here.
remember shivering and walking door to door.
I know. I remember.
I'll be a little more comfortable walking door to door.
Right. I hate when you're like way too cold that you can't even appreciate the costume that you have on.
Exactly.
Like all little
like,
kids.
You have to have
It's
a jacket.
suddenly
And it's like,
regretful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when a couple years back we had like a hurricane. Poor little kids couldn't even enjoy it. Oh well. Well, don't move. Coming up next, we have your local recap of what you might have missed this weekend.
Welcome back. Let's head into some more local news. On Sunday, a Pittman nonprofit hosted a Halloween costume giveaway. The nonprofit is Angels of God Clothing Closet, and its young founder is 19-year-old Caitlin Darrow. In 2009, at the age of 12, Darrow founded the organization to provide support for families in need. From generous donors, the giveaway was able to offer more than 600 costumes for the South Jersey families at no cost. Dozens of families arrived to pick up outfits for the holiday. The exact number of costumes given away has not been determined, but what we do know is that the event made many families happy this Halloween.
Philadelphia's Cheesesteak Festival took over Lincoln Financial Field's parking lot on Saturday, bringing in crowds of people for more than 40 vendor samples, an eating contest, and a look at the world's largest cheesesteak. Steve's Prince of Steaks and Amoroso's Bakery stole the record for the world's largest cheesesteak, creating an impressive sandwich that measured roughly 480 feet, crushing the previous record at 426 feet set in 2011. Although the crowds were booming with excitement, some were displeased with the long lines and limited variety of samples. Philadelphia officials are hoping for more improvement and organization as the years continue.
Today marks 8 years since the search for the killer of a Rowan University student began. It was Rowan University's 2007 homecoming game when 19-year-old Donnie Farrell was killed. Farrell was stopped by a group of young men when leaving a campus apartment building. He was beaten by the group of young men, later dying of internal injuries. Police hope that someone will soon come forward. Rowan University and the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office are offering a reward of $100,000 for any information leading to the arrest of the killer. Investigators say the suspect was a Black or Hispanic man in his early 20s, about 5 feet 7 inches tall. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Gloucester County Prosecutor's Office at 856-384-5604 or the Rowan University Police Department at 856-256-4564. To leave an anonymous tip, text GLOW TIP and your message to 274-673.
Temperatures are dropping, but we still need to keep our condition up. Let's head over to Erin Cahill with this week's health update.
This week at Rowan is Disability Awareness Week, and the Academic Success Center, Healthy Campus Initiatives, and Counseling and Psychological Services have arranged a series of events to help spread the awareness, free for students and the public. To kick off the week, they held an opening ceremony yesterday in the Wellness Center. The event included the presentation of dedicated professional awards where they recognized a number of different individuals and groups across the university who has shown their support for the disability community. The recipient of these awards were J.T. Mills, Vern Howery, and Gary Baker. Afterwards, they held a disability resource fair in the pit of the Student Center, where they gave out information on the different resources available at Rowan for those with a disability. Tonight, October 26th at 7 p.m. in the Enon Ballroom of the Student Center, there will be a guest speaker, Dr. Darren Gottlieb. Gottlieb is a therapist, author, and radio host who has given more than 1,000 lectures around the world. In 1979, he was paralyzed in a near-fatal automobile accident. Since 1985, he has hosted Voices in the Family, an award-winning mental health call-in radio show on WHYY.FM. Gottlieb will be presenting his book, I Broke My Neck and My Soul Began to Breathe, here at Rowan, and after his talk, he will hold a book signing free for the students and the public. So be sure to stop by and be inspired by the words and story of Dr. Dan Gottlieb. On Wednesday, October 28th, Rowan will be honoring another speaker by the name of Matt Glowacki at 11 a.m. in the Enon Ballroom of the Student Center. Glowacki, who was born without legs, is a Wisconsin businessman and motivational speaker where he has spoken more than 1,000 times worldwide. And in the year 2000, Glowacki played volleyball for the U.S. Paralympics team. He is coming to Rowan to present his speech on diversity according to South Park and Family Guy. What better way to capture a college student's attention than to relate it to their favorite TV shows? Afterwards, he'll be hosting a discussion session in room 144 of the Student Center, and later on at 3 p.m. they'll be playing the film The Music Within in room 131 of the library. This film tells the true story of Richard Pimentel, a respected public speaker whose hearing disability drove him to become an activist for the Americans with Disabilities Act. It is a movie that will be sure to leave you speechless. But the week doesn't just stop there. On Thursday the 29th, the Rowan will be hosting a whirlwind of events and activities. Throughout the day, there will be a series of different discussions and presentations in the Student Center, including Disability Awareness 101, The Basics, at 10 a.m. in room 127, the ADA 25 years and beyond at 1 p.m., also in room 127, and Disability Prof Talk at 6:30 p.m. in the Owl's Nest. Not only that, but Rowan is hosting Paralympic Sport Day and wheelchair ballroom dancing. Representatives from the American Dance Wheels Foundation will be teaching students how to ballroom dance in a wheelchair. Afterwards, students can learn how to play wheelchair basketball, volleyball, and bocce ball in an event presented by the Rowan Rec Center and the Department of Health and Exercise Science. Think you have what it takes? Then head on over to the Rec Center starting at 2 p.m. to show off your moves or cheer for your friends. The week will come to an end on a Friday, October 30th, with a chill and chat talk in the Wellness Center training room. The Disability Awareness Week at Rowan is one you definitely don't want to miss. And lastly, to help raise money for Special Olympics, Rowan is sponsoring the Miles for Medals 5K and 1 Mile Fun Run Walk. This Friday is the last day to do the early bird registration and receive a free t-shirt. This event will take place on Saturday, November 7th at 9:30 a.m. Early bird students are $10 and $15 on the day of the event. Early bird non-students are $15 and $20 on the day of the event. So grab your friends and family and take part in the different events Rowan has lined up for the week, as well as the Miles for Medal Run to help spread awareness and show your support.
Wow, I can't believe all that in this week. I mean, last year we were representing domestic violence and children with autism and other people, and now this week we're doing
Ballroom
dancing and activities and getting to cheer in front of our friends. So we have a lot going on.
Yeah,
we have to check it
exactly.
out.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, all the stats and stories from this week's games here at Rowan. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to RTN News with the latest in Rowan athletics. Here's John Patterson.
Thank you, Rachel. The Rowan University field hockey team defeated Montclair State University 5-3 in an NJAC conference matchup on Saturday afternoon. Forward Rachel Galante led the Pros with 2 goals and 3 assists. Midfielders Jockey Rosati and Johanna James and forwards Sam Brown each scored 1 time. Backs Marissa Marini and Abby Tucker chipped in 1 assist apiece. Goalie Carly DeMarco made 3 saves for the game. Rowan has an 11-5 record with a 4-1 mark in the New Jersey Athletic Conference. Next, Rowan travels to Elizabethtown College on Wednesday, October 28th for a 4:30 p.m. game. The Rowan University women's soccer team shut out New Jersey City University 2-0 in the New Jersey Athletic Conference game this Saturday. Forward Maxine New scored first at the 17:58 mark in the first stanza on a breakaway pass assisted from midfielder Lisa Cello. Forward Catherine McCary scored in the second stanza when her shot hit the inside of the left post at the 63rd minute mark with a cross by back Allie Hicks. Goalie Courtney Simpson posted her 4th shutout of the season. Next week, Rowan hosts the College of New Jersey on Wednesday, October 28th at 5 p.m. It is the last conference game of the regular season. The NJAC Championship Tournament starts on Saturday, October 31st with 2 first-round games. The men's soccer team shut out Jersey City University 4-0 in the NJAC Conference game this past Saturday night. Goalie Kyle Dennis and backup Grant Kelly posted the shutouts, while Dennis contributed with 1 save. Neither team scored a goal in the first half. In the second stanza, Rowan scored 4 straight goals, which included a hat trick from forward Travis Ward. Will Shastad scored the other goal for the Profs. Next, Rowan hosts the College of New Jersey in the regular season finale on Wednesday, October 28th at 7:30 p.m. On Saturday, the football team traveled to Dover, Delaware to take on number 4 ranked Wesley College in a top 25 important NJAC matchup. Rowan fell 38-25 to the Wolverines. Wesley opened up the scoring with a Joe Callahan 44-yard touchdown pass to Alex Kemp. Rowan would take their only lead of the game in the last 3 minutes of the opening quarter with the safety by Sebastian Loca and a 61-yard touchdown pass from Dante Pickney to Russ Fortune on the first play of the ensuing drive. But Wesley responded with a Joe Callahan 6-yard touchdown pass to Toy Robinson to take a 14-9 lead into the locker room. In the third, after a 24-yard Eric Spedo field goal and a Jamar Banyard 2-yard run for 6, Rowan would answer down 15 points with the Whit Marcelin 2-yard scamper to trim the deficit to 8. Banyard would find the end zone again to make it 31-26 headed into the fourth quarter. Rowan would try to fight their way back with another defensive safety and a Jamel Smith 83-yard kickoff return to put Wesley's lead at 6 points in the final 9 minutes. A third Banyard touchdown run at 1:14 on the clock sealed the win for Wesley. Callahan with 37 of 50 for 399 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Banyard had 28 carries for 123 yards and 3 touchdowns. And Bryce Shade had 12 receptions for 159 yards for Wesley. For the Profs, Pickney went 15 of 29 for 224 yards and a touchdown and 3 picks. Whit Marcelin had 28 carries for 163 yards and a touchdown. And Russ Fortune had 10 catches for 161 yards and a touchdown. Profs kick returner Jamel Smith earned NJAC Special Teams Player of the Week, averaging 31.2 yards per kickoff return and a touchdown. He leads the NJAC with 26 yards on average per return on the season. Wesley stays undefeated with a 7-0 record overall and 6-0 in the NJAC, while the Profs sit at 5-2 overall and 4-2 in conference play. The Profs football team returns home to face Frostburg University in a conference matchup this Saturday afternoon.
I think we were all a little nervous when they were going to play undefeated Wesley, but
Yeah.
speaking of undefeated on a positive note, the soccer team is killing it this year. Like,
They
Yeah,
really
they
are.
I wonder who will be the first team to fall, the men or the women's team.
Ooh, don't say that.
I'm
We
about to say, I
can't jinx that.
Or they'll just hold it up all year.
There you go.
That's true. But another thing, I mean, we got the World Series tonight. You also got the NBA coming back tonight. Which one you ladies gonna be watching tonight?
The NBA.
We're-
I don't know. I'm nervous.
Okay, I just got out.
I
All
don't
right,
want to watch the Mets win it.
we have to, no, let's head over into more national news. Do you like your daily bacon sandwich or hot dog? You may want to think again. The World Health Organization said this past Monday that eating processed meat, such as sausages and ham, causes cancer, while unprocessed red meat might also be carcinogenic. The WHO's Cancer Research Unit now classifies processed meat as carcinogenic to humans, based on evidence from hundreds of studies, and linked it specifically to colon cancer. The report showed that simply eating 50 grams of processed meat per day can increase the risk of cancer by 18%. The organization defines processed meat as any type of meat that is salted or smoked to enhance its flavor to preserve it. Make sure you choose wisely while you are out shopping.
A plane crashed outside of Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport yesterday. The first responders, a TV news crew. WPLG-TV cited the crash while traveling in their helicopter filming for their afternoon newscast. 3 people were aboard the plane when it crashed. The news crew found 2 passengers outside of the plane who only sustained minor injuries. The pilot was still in the plane when help arrived, and the 2 passengers who were found outside of the plane were soon released from the hospital. The pilot was brought in later for surgery. The condition of the pilot is still unknown.
A Chinese investment firm is dishing out $1.3 billion to buy giant oil fields in Texas, reflecting growing interest from China in U.S. energy resources. The deal includes acquiring oil assets in western Texas Permian Basin that are currently owned by Tall City Exploration and Plymouth Petroleum. According to a stock exchange filing on Saturday, This agreement is part of an even larger transaction between two Chinese firms. The purchase has already been approved by the U.S. Committee on Foreign Investment, and many smaller Chinese oil companies are already looking for deals abroad to battle through the government tight regulations back at home.
Bobby Rice from Alabama returned his library book this past week. No big deal, right? Except the book is 63 years late. Rice checked out the book at former Marshall County High School in 1952. What is now Guntersville High School Library is run by librarian Elishaba Larson, who was not even alive when the book was checked out. Larson estimated the fine for the overdue book to be around $1,500. She kindly waived the fee and appreciated Rice's efforts to do the right thing. So what took so long for the book to make it back to the library? He claims he is just a slow reader.
Donald Trump said on Monday that his climb to the top has not been easy and described a $1 million loan from his father as small. Trump stated to NBC that the loan doesn't seem much from what he has built with. Given to him in 1968 after graduating from University of Pennsylvania appears more than a small congratulations gift. What was worth $1 million then is worth $6.8 million in today's dollars. Trump continued to stress the importance of understanding deal-making and how this skill will help in the upcoming election. Rowan's Holly Point is almost complete, so let's turn to Jennifer Vargas for the inside scoop on this week's Rowan Opinion.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Vargas with RTN News. Students fill the time capsule that will remain for 50 years at the Holly Point Commons. They put in things in there like the selfie stick, things of today's pop culture, and also Twinkies. Let's hear Rowan's opinion. Do you think that the time capsule is a good idea?
I think the time capsule is a really good idea. I think that I think they put advice in the time capsule, and I think that'd be good for other generations.
I'll probably put one of my track and field awards in there.
I'll probably put something that like my first big memory of college, so it just bring back all the old memories.
Do you think the Twinkies will last after 5 decades?
There's no way. Like, I don't know, they had to be rotten.
Yeah, I think the chemicals will protect it. We're good.
And that's Rowan's opinion. Let's hope that these Twinkies are still edible. I'm Jennifer Vargas with RTN News. Back to you at the desk.
I'll figure it out. Yeah, you leave. I can't believe that building that they've been working on for the longest time is already about to be up and running. It's crazy. And to be able to put a time capsule in it and then years from now see where we're at.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It's pretty incredible.
I think Back to the Future was an appropriate homecoming to show, the pride and how long
progress for the future.
Yeah, exactly. So the time capsule just works.
It's perfect. Perfect. Well, that's all the time we have on this week's Rowan episode of RTN News. I'm Lauren Rotella.
And I'm Rachel Williamson. Thanks for watching.